This is the final video of the cutting board series. I'm going to do the glue up today, so I have some glue, rags, mallet, clamps all laid out. My pieces are all ready to go. I'm going to clamp them up in 2 different packets because I think the amount of time it'll take to spread the glue, I won't have enough for the number of pieces, enough time to get those clamps on and have the joints seal up properly. Hi everyone, welcome to my shop. So I glued up this slab last night, and now I'm over at my shop. I'm going to hit the high spots with a plane, and then I'm going to send it through my helical cutter lunchbox planer. And then, of course, I'm going to square up the edges and pass it over the router table to round the top corners, and finally I'm going to sand it with an orbital sander. So let's get started. Okay, so I realized that I don't actually have a true straight edge, and that's part of one of the many holes of my tool collection, which is hard to believe because I've been buying so many tools for quite a while, but so I tried with this square to figure it out, and you can kind of see that there's a rock there when I go, especially on an angle. But the truth is, I just hit my flattest surface in the shop, which is the table saw, and I'm sure to just I was sure to just stay on the one wing just in case there's a variance between the cast iron pieces of this table saw. So I can see that there's some rocking. So I'm gonna bring this over and hit the workbench and reduce the high spots until it's not rocking anymore. Okay, so I sent that through the planer, and lesson learned, don't put curly maple in a cutting board unless it's all curly maple. I thought I was trying to take light passes to avoid chip out, but grain direction, there's some pretty significant chip out. I'm going to have to deal with that during sanding, unfortunately, because whatever I tried with the planer, it just kept getting the same results. Flip it the other way, and lighter passes. So I'm pretty disappointed with that, but you know, you live with it and you work with it. So I'm happy with the results, though. It's very flat. Got it back on my table saw, which is the flattest surface, and there's no wiggle. So very pleased with that overall result. So on to the next stage. I'm gonna cross cut it and on the table saw. Okay, so we're here in my kitchen for the final reveal of the cutting board and to see it in its natural habitat. So here we go. This is, let's just pan out to the entire kitchen here. You can see that right there is the inspiration for this cutting board, but it's not the final reveal. And you can see there that's the only counter space in the kitchen, except for here. And this is the dishwasher. We don't really use that as counter space. It's more of a dish collection area. So this is it. This is the final reveal. Here you can see the flame maple, curly maple. And you can see that I chose like-sized parts and made patterns. So, you know, these two are the same thickness as this, as this, as this, and then the outer two are the same thickness, the inner two, and etc. So, that's the way that I laid out the pattern, and I'm liking the way that it worked out in terms of color variation, size variation, and pattern variation. You can see there that's the reason why I wanted it also, is that you can just chop and turn around and throw things in the frying pan if that chopping board is already filled up with leafy vegetables, anything that takes up a lot of space. So I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing is this bookcase, I want to remove the feet off of there because it ends up being quite tall. So I'm going to remove the feet, put some little rubber bumpers or something really thin down there so that it's not up off the ground so much. And probably in the future I'll replace the entire thing and build something proper, a proper base for this cutting board or chopping block. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the reveal and the whole building process of this chopping block.